I didn't add myself to the stream. Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing? Um, while the room is loading, I just want to remind everybody that we're going to have Ari on in 2 hours at 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock Eastern. She's going to give an update as to what's been happening since we first went live, and it should be good. I put questions if anybody wants to ask her questions about stuff within reason. I put a story question thing in my story, and I also put it on the Seeking Sister Wives Facebook group. So if anybody has any questions that they would like to ask Ari about everything that, oh, you like the MTV shirt, thank you, then those are two avenues to do that. So let's get into the show. They go really fast. I'm so used to recapping 90 Day, and it's like 2 hours, and this just seems to go by super fast with Seeking Sister Wives. So there was no Snowdens on last week's episode, which was nice, and it kind of centered around the other family. So let's get into it. I'm trying to look at my what I posted so I can. Okay, so it starts with the kingdom, with the king and Vanessa, and they are trying out possible future wife Emily. So they all go to dinner or lunch or whatever, and I thought it was odd that in the beginning, Emily would not make any eye contact with Vanessa, and I'm thinking that's just weird. Like, why won't she look at her in the eyes? And come to find out that that's my cat. Emily is a big old bisexual.
That she is,
and I think Emily was thinking something different about the lifestyle.
Well, she was kind of thinking, and I think hoping that it would be like a big menage a trois
orgy
type of thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, orgy, menage a trois, however you want to say it to make yourself feel better, whatever. But I think she was just looking for like a big house with an orgy going on, and it's not that way from what he says. And she's just not. She's not okay with that. What did she say?
No, she wants a little bit of everything, and I feel like
22, and she wants to play around and have fun, like in her life, which good for her. Hey, more power.
I feel like the reason why she did that was because she wanted she kept saying exploring. He's like, why do you keep saying exploring? Well, like she's never
that's what she's doing
done
now.
this before.
No, of course.
So obviously she's exploring this. He's like, I don't like
it's just like what Kay did. She was exploring and whatever, and she found out that this was not really like what she wanted to do. That's why she got out of it. That's
did
what
you see
on the TV?
No, that's right. Lynn says at least she was up front, and she was. Did you see how Vanessa's eyes lit up when she was like, I'm bisexual? Like Vanessa's like, ooh. I don't know. I feel like Vanessa might have that little. She might be ready for it. Like, I don't know. I
don't. It's not. It's just not going to work for them because even she said, she goes, listen. She goes, what's stopping me from having multiple husbands?
No, is that her that said that or the other one?
Who?
No, I think you're talking about.
Oh, I did. I got
Alexandra.
I did. I got them mixed up. I'm sorry. My bad.
Which we'll get to.
My bad.
But I think that if that happens, I think that Emily is going to try and tap Vanessa. I don't know. I just and the king, because I call him the king because it's his kingdom, and he's like, well, you don't understand how this works. Only I get to have sex with everybody.
He ain't no king.
The wives don't have sex with you. That's lunacy. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy talk. You don't.
His car is up on blocks in the damn driveway with no tires on it. So really, you the king driving around on what? Uber?
And they were like, talking about Kayla, Kay, or whoever who got away. I liked her, to be honest with you.
I did too, because she came to her senses.
Yeah. And I kind of feel bad for Vanessa in a way. But she's like really, I don't know, of all the people, like Vanessa seems like really hip. And she should go to the Snowdens. They like threesomes. Well, yeah, hey, that she might be a better fit for them.
They should all move into like each other's houses.
And allegedly,
oh boy,
Vanessa, not Vanessa. Allegedly, Ashley, likes the way of the ladies. Allegedly, so
well, we've heard that.
It would probably be a better fit for Emily to be with the
only
Snowdens.
if they're wearing this. What's this, Sean?
But she has to wear a bindi.
Yes.
That's it. She was young. She was 22.
But he wanted to tap that.
Yeah, I mean, I think she wanted all of it. She just didn't want the king. She wanted the queen, and Emily wanted to be the princess. So that was a big old mess. But Vanessa was blushing the whole time. She's like, oh, she's bisexual, like me, like ooh. So that was fun. So that's pretty much, yeah. I think they said she was 22. She looks like she's like in 10th grade. And she was super uncomfortable in the beginning of it. But now I can see why. I mean, obviously, it's not easy to go out on a date with a man and his wife, and then like they're, I guess, like auditioning you to be in the family. I don't know, but let's see how that plays out. And I want to say, even though the Snowdens weren't on this episode, if you watch the preview for next week, you see Dimitri talking to Ashley about Dimitri legally marrying Chrissy. So, I mean, now that's all put together. So now, obviously we know that they were married because we saw the documents and, TMZ and Sarcasm reported on it. So we know they were legally married, and none of it, I didn't even know that. So I guess next week's episode, we're going to see them start talking about Dimitri legally marrying Chrissy, which we all know happens. So that will be interesting to watch. All right, so let me see who's next up on the list. Okay. Thank you, Sue. We have Garrick. Garrick and Danielle. Me and Garrick are going to Trader Joe's later. I just feel so bad for Danielle. I think she's my favorite person on the show. Besides Vanessa. I do like Vanessa. But, to me, Garrick gets just chodier and chodier each episode. Like, you can see, like when he was crying, when he had to leave Berto in Brazil. I don't know how Danielle's dealing with that. And then Danielle had just posted over the weekend that, she showed like wine glasses and a wine bottle and with their feet interchanged, and it's spending the night with my love. But we don't know who it, is it Garrick? We don't know. But I just feel so bad for Danielle. Chodier and chodier. Like I can't get past his chodiness.
Well, I just don't like how he said, "Oh, I can't wait to see Roberta again, so that way I can start making babies." Like, it's like, are you kidding me? Like, you just met her one time. I mean, even though I get it,
Garrick
yes, they
musty.
talked and everything, but you just met him, and now you're so upset that she's gone, and you can't wait to see her again, so that way you can start making babies. Like, that just don't sound right.
I don't think that Danielle, I don't know, but
She
like
ain't gonna
watching,
last.
I don't think she will leave him. I think she really loves him. And
She does really love him.
she's-
But I don't know. I think like with the family and stuff like that, she's gonna be like, you know what, this is not for me. I'm out. Peace.
she's doing this because that's the love of her life. And this is just in my head. That's, me speculating. But she's doing this because he's the love of her life. And she's so afraid to lose him that she'll pretty much do anything that he asks. And that's how I see it. And her living this lifestyle, it's not in her chemistry, it's not in her blood, and
she just don't want to do like this type of lifestyle. He wants it, she doesn't.
And she is really pretty, and she has a lot to offer.
Beautiful.
But I think, they have the kids together, the boys together, and I feel like she's like, well, maybe it doesn't get any better than this. And, I'm just going to have to do a Garrick. I hate it. I even hate his name, Garrick. What Garrick says. And it's just shitty. So, I mean, she did feel like a third wheel the whole time. I mean, how could you even imagine that? Like, being on the other side of the wall and they're like having sex, like that's some strange woman having sex with your husband.
John, what about going to put on my pajamas and you're already like?
I know, she went into the bathroom to change her clothes and
waited till I left to like.
And he already put it in.
Intercourse,
like God.
So I mean that really says a lot about your husband right there. Like he can't wait to stick it somewhere.
And that was the night they were like, "Oh, let's spend the first night together."
I'm sorry, but
thank you,
if I was
Dorit.
in that area, then like in that situation, no, I'm super sorry, but no, there's no fornicating at all until like, we're like certainly like sure. Not like the first night that I just like actually saw you for the first time. No, that don't fly well with me. You're not gonna stick your dick into somebody else while I'm like getting my PJs on.
Don't hold back, Cody. Tell us how you really feel.
I'm holding back because I cuss a lot and like I have a lot to say, but like that's just wrong. And I'm sorry, but you know what? Danielle should have like took like her diamond ring and like punched him right in the fucking eye. That's what she should have done. Because he deserved it.
Yeah, I really have no. And how he's acting towards her, like now that they're home, I knew that once they got home, like the only thing on his mind was going to be Berta.
Of course. He wants that.
Thank you, Simply Sova. And like it's the new girl in town. He don't want old Danielle. He don't care about her anymore. And
Roberta has kids or no?
Don't forget. No, Danielle had said like when they were in Mexico that she's like, I'm worried that like when we go back to being home, that I'm not going to be good enough for him, and you're not. And he's already moved on. And he's like, well, this is God's will. I'm not making her do anything she doesn't want to do. This was God's. And get the fuck out of here with all that. I don't know.
God needs to come down and strike his ass with a fucking lightning bolt. That's what I say. Put the fear of God in his ass.
I don't know. I'm curious to see how the rest of the season plays out. I don't even know how many episodes are left. I feel like there's like not many. But she is too good for him, definitely. And I think she should just take the kids and run, and then he could, he can be with Brazilian. I mean, they're not married. They're not even married anymore. He divorced her.
Well,
that was her first mistake. I would never have divorced. That would have never have happened.
Well, because they couldn't get her over here.
Well, then too bad. Get an American girl.
That's what I say.
Like that was her mistake for divorcing him. And now she's really screwed. If she does want to leave him, they're divorced, and there's
nothing.
There's no stipulate that I know of. There's no stipulations. If she really does want to leave him, what will she get? Will she get child support? Will she get the house? I mean, they're divorced, and
she will get child support. I mean,
I'm pretty sure that she's going to be screwed with nowhere to go and no money if she decides. And that's probably what's making her stay even more. If she feels like she can't go anywhere, that's probably why.
Let me tell you, if I was in that situation and he wanted to go and like he was like, "Yo, listen, this is not working out, Danielle. I'm sorry. I'm going to be with Bert." Well, then you know what? Go be with Bert, but you need to make sure that you guys can buy a brand new house, because the one that you already lived in is already on fire. Set up in flames, because you know what? I ain't got nothing, neither do you. Ha! Barbie.
I want to see a show with women with multiple husbands. Well, me and Cody are shooting a pilot right now. It's called Gay Brother Husbands. So we're going to be...
Brother husband lovers.
brother, husband,
married.
brother, husband, lovers. It's going to be on
Lover,
TLC,
lovers.
obviously, because you know what other network would
Well,
put that on.
TLC would pick up anything because
Right,
you know
so,
they're scavengers anyways. They don't care.
We just signed our NDAs, but like spoiler alert, we're going to be on TLC shooting brother, husband, lovers, brothers, husband, lover, brothers, and that's going to be the name of our show.
And twin mothers.
Was there a brother husband show? I didn't even know about that.
If they did, I want to see it.
But if God told him to take more wives, did God also tell him to have? I want to be the wife, please. Oh my God, that would be so fun. No, it's just going to be like a bunch of. Should we take wives and brother husbands, brother husbands, brother husband lovers, brother husband, and like a wife?
No, that's sister seeking brother husband lover wives brothers.
I didn't even know about it. So what was it? It was like a wife who had like several husbands. Is it on demand? Because I kind of have to watch it now. How long ago was it? How do I not know about this? All right, so
that sounds used to me.
Not a big fan of Garrick. So let's move on to okay, the Joneses. The Joneses. No, it's just Sidian.
Jones.
I'm Sidian Joneses. Joneses.
It's just Joneses.
It's Joneses.
However you
apostrophe,
but it's the Joneses.
The Joneses. Okay, so Sidian, who tries so hard to not be in fashion with his, vintage hippie frocks. They think it's like Woodstock. It's like, maybe it is in Idaho where they live. Maybe it is 1969. I don't know. How you doing, Idaho, to all your Idahoans out there. But what drives me crazy about him is that he tries so hard to be like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like hip, but like he's like counterculturist, like hip. Like I can't stand him. And his wife or his non-wife, it also wears like the same like muted, hippie, whatever frocks they wear. So they're talking to this girl named Alexandra, and she comes to meet them. And that was the girl who FaceTimed them from the woods last week. She was like in the woods, in the middle of the forest. She's like, "Hi, I'm in the woods," like just like traveling around. And they have their face-to-face dinner, or dinner and meeting, or lunch, or whatever. Like they all have lunches. It's weird, like but we'll get to that. So Sidian, with his Hot Topic rings and his vintage hippie clothes and his ratty hair, goes, he takes her to a psychic where they do like a love reading. Sorry, I might dislike the Joneses more than the Snowdens for some reason. I just thank you, LB. I appreciate that. Yes, he's like, it's like the weirdest vibe. Like, I feel like they I don't know. It's just something about them just turns me off. So they go to the psychic. The psychic's like, oh yeah, let's do a love story. Yeah, you guys are like suited for each other, and you knew each other in a past life, and
of course,
I see many children in your future,
blah,
and
blah,
blah 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 blah.
All the same shit that you always hear from everybody.
And I'm not blah blah blahing the psychic because I do believe in psychics. We had Tracy on.
No, but it's.
But I don't know if I believe in that psychic. So, anyways, yeah. Everything's gonna be great. Super, super, super.
3 kids. Meanwhile, she doesn't want kids, and like it's like okay.
So what happens? So they go to the psychic, and then they're done. So they're walking back to their house or whatever, and then Sidian is like, "Oh look, which is just so sad." He's like, "Oh, what's his wife's name? I can never remember her name."
Flower Power.
I'll call her Flower Power. So
Flower power.
Sidian asked his like, flower power girlfriend
I had
to
her-
set up like
I can't stop, John. Stop it.
peace, love, and happiness, y'all. He asked flower power to
Just
Tasha.
put a
I'm
table
sticking
and
with flower
chairs.
power to set up like a lunch for them outside their house. I'm like, that's cute. That like I thought like maybe like a little picnic basket. So they get there and it's just like a table, like a patio table, like an outside table, with 2 chairs, and there's like nothing on it. So he's like, here we are. It was
He's
like,
let me go inside and
I'm like, what is this detention?
and he goes,
Like, what are we supposed to sit here and
my
stare at
wife
each other?
Is actually going to get us some wine. So it's like, okay, so now your wife is your waitress now while you're on this date. Yeah, that seems really cool. And
This
like,
show never. It just never. TLC. Thank you, Lisa. TLC never disappoints. Like he's like, look at this
they're
beautiful.
so ridiculous.
Look at this beautiful lunch we're gonna have. And it's just an empty table. And like one of those like hard looking tables, like and the chairs like you sit on, and like you need a cushion because it's just like hard as fuck, like iron, or one of those iron cast
It's one of
iron,
those- yeah, the
cast iron
cast
table and
iron
chairs.
Yeah.
And
Well,
she
wait,
was like,
John,
oh,
John, last week's episode, they were planting all the plants with like the manure and shit like that, and they had the table set up between all those plant boxes and everything. So now you're smelling cow shit while you're sitting out here on your
yeah, like
date.
they're like the people like
Thanks
that
so much.
would probably do well in the apocalypse because like they grow their own stuff and they probably like they sew their own clothes because that's what they look like. But so he's like, sit down. He's like, would you like some wine? I'm like, I would like something. Like it's supposed to be lunch and it's just an empty table.
Yeah, she wants an Uber to leave.
It was like I can't. So he goes in and Flower Power's like, how's the date going? He's like, I'm just getting some wine. Shh.
Well, you heard her say when you walked in, I want to hear all the details. You hear that on the TV.
Yeah. And he's like, hold on, I'm getting wine because you didn't set the table or do nothing or put a picnic basket out or a napkin or like one of those like a napkin holder or like a corn cob, like whatever. So he brings like the wine out with the glasses. Thank God he had glasses. So there's the wine bottle and 2 glasses on their empty cast iron table with the horrible chairs. And he's like, so what do you think? And at this point, you could tell that Alexandra, I hate the way they speak. I hate how they pronounce words. They really get under my skin. The Sidians and the Joneses, the Sidian Joneses is like just they get under my skin in every way possible. And it's just one of those people. When you have someone that you know or you don't know that just annoys you for like no good reason. It's like that's that situation for me. Like, I don't know them other than from watching them on TV, but like they just bother me. I'm sure people just have people in their life and they just bother them, but like for no good reason. Like, what they ever do to you? Nothing. I just that's how I feel. So I think Alexandra is now starting to feel like, okay, I bit off a little more than I could chew with this, and she's already thinking of an escape route to get back into the woods. So she has her glass of wine, and they're talking, and she's like, "Well, what do you want? Like, how are you gonna go about this? Do you want someone to move in right away? Do you want to have a friendship and explore what's going on? Explore again, that word. I feel like Watch What Happens Live. Explore is the word of the night. Mazel. Have a drink every time someone says explore. It's a secret word. Charcuterie. Yeah, was there charcuterie, Lynn? Was that ever brought out? I love you guys. Charcuterie. Was the charcuterie ever brought up? I kind of lost it after like the wine thing.
They never had anything to eat up there.
Lynn goes, no, like not even like the salami and like the pepperoni and cheese platter that you get from like the supermarket when you like have people coming over. Costs like $10. Like you lay out the tray. You all know what I'm talking about.
No, John, you know what happened probably? Was that since they grow their own vegetables.
That's from IKEA. We got it like 12 years ago. But thank you. I love that bridge.
Are you listening?
Not even a Lunchable. These comments are great. Not even a Lunchable. No charcuterie. You know, no platter.
This is what I really think happened.
Listen, I only eat Boar's Head brand cold cuts. Like, I cannot eat any cold cut that's not Boar's Head. So, yes. But I don't think they would have laid out for the Boar's Head. Just saying, Lynn.
I think that he told her, when we get back to the house, you see all those, like, little terracotta, like, you know, like, planter trays and whatever with everything growing in it. I bet he said, you know what? Let's go back to the house, and you can pick your own salad.
Oh, my God. These comments. Not even a fruit salad.
So you go there, and you have to make your own salad while you're sitting there at the cast iron thing.
On your cast iron table, on your chairs. Like, you know.
all the birds that are shitting and squawking. So that's a perfect date.
Not the charcuterie. Not even the
She had to make
charcuterie.
her own fucking salad out of daisies and like.
Not
weeds
even
and
like-
shit
like,
that. That's
like-
probably what she had to do.
not
That's
even
why
like
she
a
was like, no, I'm hitting up White Castle when I leave.
Not even, you know, they could have thrown some frozen White Castles out there on the table. That would have been cool. Not even like a grape and apple platter, you know, like nothing. It was just here's your table, and we have this beautiful view of the street. Isn't this breathtaking? Like, don't you want to marry me and be in this household so you can wear these awful clothes? I mean, isn't that a girl?
I say hallelujah.
To all the girls here, isn't that like a dream come true? Everybody, come on. You know, he almost had me wanting to move to Idaho. I'm just saying.
Ew, bye. Bye, girl, bye. Go ahead, John. You can move all you want.
He would have to, like, you know, teach me how to shop at
You'd be kicked out the first day.
like the hem shop, you know, where he gets his clothes from. And Flower Power would have to make me like learn how. She would show me how to like, make like patchouli something. Like, I'm sure like that house reeks of patchouli. I could just see it. It's like, hi guys, welcome, peace, love. Have some patchouli, like that.
What were those things in that movie, John? And fuck, Percy Jackson. What was it? Lotus flowers.
Oh, lotus flowers.
She
Yeah.
serves lotus flowers.
It looked like they were on the
Lotus
sidewalk,
flowers.
and like he's like, oh look, here's Jim, our mailman, and like Jim's like, hi y'all.
He's like, I don't even go to the mailbox. I throw it over the fence because I don't trust these people. Bye.
I can't. And like, you know, with the hemp necklace, I'm sure they have all of it. Like, I just can't stand people who try that hard. Because they're like, you know, like they're non-conformists, but like they're conforming to be non-conformists.
Yes.
It's like, that's what I can't stand
Yep.
about it. You put this much effort into
Yep.
being like, I'm a non-conformist. I
Yep.
don't go to society's wants and needs. Yeah, but you spend a lot of time, you and Flower Power, trying to build this patchouli
Sure do.
kingdom with your fresh garden and your
Yep.
outside seating on the sidewalk. So sorry, that was a rant. Because I hate them. But so Alexandra is now seeing that she has to get out of this. So she's like, you know, I'm just dating like a ton of guys right now. Like, just so cavalier about it. I was like, you get it, girl. That was like her exit strategy. I'm like, that's her saying, I need to get the fuck out of here. So she's like, I'm just seeing like, you know, a dozen guys right now, and I don't know if I'm ready to give that up yet. So how do you feel about that? And he's like,
I want babies. I want this. I want somebody that can contribute to the house. And then what? Get the fuck out of here!
And
you
you know,
haven't
like-
even asked me to marry you, and you're gonna tell me I want somebody that's gonna contribute to the household and this and that. You got to go.
yeah. And then he choked on the wine. He's like, well, you know, she goes, I'm just not ready to settle down yet. So that was her saying, like, okay, I went to your house.
I hated it.
I smelled your patchouli. I went to your psychic. Then you took me to Hot Topic to get some more rings because he has to have a ring on every finger, but he's a nonconformist. And then you took me to this beautiful alfresco lunch on the sidewalk in front of our house on the cast iron chairs and the empty table. So yeah,
And your wife said out.
that's pretty much all I need to see. And she's like, I'm out.
I would say the same thing.
I would have been like, I'm a serial killer, and I don't think I could be with you. I would have said anything to get the hell out of there. the rings on every finger. Like it's like you're just trying so hard to be cool, but you're not trying to be cool.
Why do you need
That's what
rings
drives me
on every
crazy.
single finger? Just because you have like 5 fingers on each hand, like you have to have a ring on it? Like
Was the lava lamp and the incense burning? Yeah, of course. I'm sure. You know,
I'm sure they were.
I'm like what and the beanbag chairs. Like I'm surprised they didn't bring the beanbag chairs outside. You know, and put the lava lamp.
That's probably how they
And-
had it set up first, but then TLC was like, no, let's just put a table here.
I can't. Like I really can't stand them. I just don't like them at all.
Let's sit on top
And
of this
I
dead
can't-
body that's buried under
I
there.
can't even hide it a little bit. Like I can't be like, you know, he had a good point. Nope. Sorry.
Nope.
I just don't
No
like
good
them.
points. Not at all.
Uh-uh.
Nope.
Okay, so moving on. So I think the last couple that was on today who we haven't discussed were the Winders. Oh my god, Adrian.
What?
I think I live 4 miles away from City and I am dying to run into them at the grocery store. Oh my god. You just need to start following them and seeing
Who?
like Adrian in the chat goes, I think I live 4 miles away from City and I'm dying to run into them at the grocery store.
Oh my god! If you do, you have to do a FaceTime thing with us, like nonstop. Like and be like,
And
look
like
at
you
this.
have to like see what they buy, like patchouli.
They're buying patchouli, they're buying daisies, they're buying thyme, and they're also buying manure.
Yeah, and they're not buying shampoo, and they're not buying conditioner.
No, because they go organic, so they make their own stuff.
They're
That's
not.
what she said
I
before.
doubt they wear deodorant because it doesn't seem like that's
Well,
the case.
she said before, she goes, we really don't use that much of like household products because Sidian is very smooth.
I bet
That's
he
why
is.
he has no chest hair. When he has his shirt off and he has the tattoo there, there's no chest hair. She goes, he's natural. Like he has no hair. If you look at his arms and stuff like that, he barely has any arm hair, everything. So,
Oh,
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, so Adrian, make sure that you follow them around if you see them. And Adrian, can you just let me know, like, that's like not an Idaho thing. Like, is he just like, does everybody in Idaho dress like that, or is it just him? God, I hope it's the latter, not the former. All right, so last but not least, we have the Winders. I don't know what it is about Colton, but I like him for some weird reason. Like, I know I said last week that he reminds me of Napoleon Dynamite, and I find that soothing, oddly soothing. But like, there's just something about Colton that I'm like, you know, he's not so bad. I don't know. I think like Colton's like the only real like polygamist on the show. And that's maybe, oh wait,
Oh boy.
Capo, am I the only one who finds Sidian attractive? You better be careful, Capo. He's gonna start messaging you, and you're gonna have to go into that house and have a
Who?
patchouli lunch.
Who? Oh, that guy. Oh no, thanks.
You better be careful. He's probably watching his chat right now, and now he's after you. So, you know, maybe we'll see you on the next season of Seeking Sister Wife. Just saying.
Or now.
Maybe we'll see, and you can thank me for it. Be like, you know, I didn't know. I thought he was attractive, and I was on this guy John Yates's YouTube channel. And he was talking about the show, and I just said that I thought that Sidian was, you know, attractive, and then lo and behold, like 5 minutes later, he messaged me looking for a new sister wife, and here I am. Thanks you, and you're welcome. Okay, look at me making dreams happen. So back to Colton.
John will be a bridesmaid in your wedding, so just make sure you make him a bridesmaid when you guys all get married.
I'm gonna be the polygamous matchmaker. That's what I'm gonna be. Coming to Bravo, sometime spring, summer, June. Watch out for it. So Colton, I like Colton because I think he's the only true polygamist on the show. Like, they're religious. That's like they're like, you know, FLDS. And I think he's like the really only person on this cast who takes this seriously and believes in it. You know, everybody else, you know, Garrick, oh, God came to me like last night in a dream, and he was like, no, you need to have like more wives. And you know, the king, God didn't come to no king. You know, with Sidian, that's a bunch of crap. Dimitri, that's a bunch of crap. I really feel like Snowden, the Colton is the only one who really believes in this. So that's why I think I cut him some slack. But we have Kimberly here. So we get to see a lot more of Kimberly this episode. And I feel really bad for Kimberly. She looks as out of place as a snowman in the middle of the Sahara. Now, I don't know Colton's wives' names. There's like the one who just gave birth, her. She is so into this courtship. Like she's pushing for it like super hard, and I don't get it. Like, why does she want this girl in this house so badly? Like this is really like all on her.
Because she don't want to deal with him.
And it's just weird. Like, Colton's weird, and I think, he's very introverted. So, like, when they were eating dinner, nobody was saying a word. It was just like awkward silence the whole time. And Colton's like, well, I'm shy and I don't talk. But does anybody see Colton being into Kimberly? Okay, so which one's Tammy? Is Tammy the first wife or the second wife? Oh, Tammy's the first one. You guys are great. All right, so Tammy's the first one. So Sophie is like going hard for Kimberly. And like, it's very clear that nobody likes Kimberly in the house.
No, that's not true. The wives do. The wives like her.
And I'm not trying to dog Kimberly. Like, I think she's a nice girl, and she's trying to figure out like what she wants. And she had said that, like, had she told her family about what she was planning on doing, they would shun her. They wouldn't agree with it. So I'm not trying to dog Kimberly. I kind of feel bad for her, but I feel like Kimberly is like lost. And she's just trying to find a foothold somewhere. And I don't think this is the right foothold.
No.
Kimberly, if she wants to hang out with us, she can come and hang out with us. And
I think she's a super sweet girl, and that she would be a lot of fun. Like,
she could bring her flannel shirt. She could bring, her cute little hat.
Don't go dog and flannel shirts. Like, that's what my cousin wears, and like whatever. Like, that's what she chooses to be. I mean, even though she is a lesbian still, but whatever.
Why are you bringing lesbians into this?
But I'm just saying, not off the record. But no, I think she's scared. But I think that she kind of wants this, but I think she knows in her heart that this is not the right family that's right for her.
Okay,
that's what I think.
So what Dorit said, and I thought the same thing, but let me look at my page, because the Winders, whatever the hell their names are.
Winders. I think that's how you say it.
I posted something about it. Hold on, let me find it. Oh. So the Winder family posted a picture of Kimberly and the baby. And they write, PSA, there was nothing wrong with what Kimberly chose to wear while coming to visit us. We live in southern Utah, and she came to visit us during the hot summer months. We don't live a glamorous life. We live in a small town. I told Kimberly to dress comfortable and casual. We knew about a situation that Kimberly shared with us that caused problems with her hair. We told her we wanted her to be comfortable, and we were totally fine if she chose to wear a hat.
Oh, see, okay, thank you for saying that, because I was actually about to say, like, why would you like keep your hat on at dinner? And John, you know this. Even when I've gone to dinner, I go to the house like with a hat on, but when he's
such a gentleman.
Sit down, John. Oh, is that why like everybody in your fucking family loves me? Yes, you're welcome, because I am. But like at dinner time, like I took my hat off. I went to the bathroom, like like I just kind of so it wasn't sticking up everywhere. And then after dinner, when everybody was done, laughing, having a good time again, I put my hat back on. It was fine, but I would never sit down to dinner if it wasn't like, just meeting somebody, like whatever, and keep my hat on. But that explains it. So I'm glad that you said that, because that was bothering me.
She has alopecia, really?
So then that's probably why she had, so.
But if she has alopecia, like wouldn't she have like no eyebrows, or were they penciled in?
No.
Shit, now I need to look.
Well, that could mean like all kinds of things. I mean, alopecia, like
alopecia is when you can't keep your hair.
I know, but sometimes maybe it affects the head first before it goes to like the eyebrows, or like I mean, you never know like how these like diseases work. So.
At any rate, like I'm not. She does. All right, so maybe it's and that's shitty.
And if
But
you actually,
with alopecia, and I'm not, I'm asking a question. Isn't it like when you can't keep any of your hair, so your hair falls out, you can't keep eyebrow
it
hair,
could
like
hit different
you can't
stages
keep
of
any
the
hair
body,
on you.
probably.
right? Like on your body? Isn't that what alopecia is?
I know that you lose your hair, but like I said, I don't know. It might affect.
I guess
like,
maybe there
certain
are
parts of
some
your
cases
body.
that
I
are
don't know.
more severe than others.
But if you looked at like her photos, she had the long curly hair and stuff like that. But I mean, I'm sure. I mean, everybody has clip-ins and extensions and stuff like that these days. It takes.
Well, at
time,
any rate,
so-
I do like Kimberly, and
So, no, but I'm saying you answered my question because I was wondering what these people were saying about the hat too. So that's what. So that's why. Okay, so that explains it. I wonder if that's given him
I don't know much about it. So that's why I ask questions.
John.
Because I don't know everything.
John, I wonder if maybe that's also why he's kind of feeling withdrawn for her.
I
from
just
her
think he's
because-
very
no,
introverted and
Listen, I have a question. I swear, promise. Pick me. Because maybe that's why he doesn't want to get so close to her and stuff like that because of the alopecia and it runs in the blood or the family.
I would
And-
assume that she probably told him about the alopecia before they met her because
Well,
that's what she just said. She said they were having problems with
I'm
she was having problems with her hair. So if he was that against it, why would he be like, oh, okay, then you know what, just forget it, don't ever come.
Well, we don't know how people think.
Well,
Also,
Colton
but I'm
seems
saying-
like he's very
I'm saying
specific.
maybe he was like, I don't want this running in my bloodline, my child's, you know what I mean? That's what also maybe it's he might be attracted.
Well, that's
to
what
really
I'm thinking.
like her, but
He
it's
probably
I
doesn't
don't wanna
want.
do that
No,
because
you
I
made
don't
a good
wanna
point.
do
You
that,
made a good
you
point.
know?
He probably doesn't want
I
like
could
that
love you to
gene.
death and,
Maybe he doesn't want to
be
have
attracted
a
to you,
possible
but I
baby with
don't.
alopecia. Maybe
Exactly.
No,
and I know, and that's why maybe he's kind of withdrawing back from the situation. I mean, it's his right, but so I don't know. It was a thought that I was thinking. I'm like, well, because she is a beautiful girl, and
I don't know if it's hereditary. That's a good question.
I don't know. I'll look it up right now. What is that? Alopecia?
Mm-hmm.
How do you spell that?
And maybe.
I did.
How do you spell it? alopecia. I don't know how to spell it.
That don't help me.
I don't know.
P-H.
I feel like it would probably be genetic.
I don't even know how to spell it.
But
P-H-I-C-I-A.
ALOPICIA.
Oh, whoa,
Wait, no,
whoa,
y'all are
whoa,
giving me
wait,
different
back.
spellings
Wait,
here.
Wait. All right. I have A-L. So A-L.
ALOpecia.
O-P. And how you spell shisha?
I don't know.
Well, that's the part I need.
ALOPECIA.
P-E-C-I-A.
Can you put it in a sentence?
I have alopecia. That's why I have no hair. Period.
Okay. Let's get away from the alopecia part. Okay.
Yup. They're wrong.
What?
It's. Oh, okay. Wait. Did they say
Oh my
no
God.
L or no L? So it's one L. Huh.
There's 13 L's in alopecia, Cody. It's alopecia.
L right now to me. Shut up. I'm reading this.
At any rate, she just stuck out like a sore thumb.
It can happen.
I personally don't think that she is a good fit for them. I think that she's looking for something that, that might be new and exciting. But I don't, me personally, I don't think that
It is
family
hereditary.
is a good fit for her. And
Heard.
Mr. Science in the background just
No, it's Google.
said that it is hereditary.
It is hereditary. But alopecia also starts with just one spot of the body first. It gives you kind of like a warning if you want to look at it that way. So it could start on your face to where you lose all your facial hair and you still have hair up there, and then it attacks your leg hair or your armpit hair.
And
or
I would think Colton seems very specific. And and he probably doesn't want any type of bad gene to transfer to one of his kids.
which is horrible because she seems like a
No,
sweetheart.
she does seem like a sweetheart. I would hang out with Kimberly. She's,
And she said that she loves going four-wheeling, horseback riding, and also hunting.
she doesn't. Yeah, I picked up on that too, Crystal, because I picked up on that because
I didn't see it.
Crystal wrote, I don't think she practices their religion. And I also
yeah,
picked up on that
I agree with
because, you know, they are like super like FLDS, like Mormony. Like, I don't even know if they drink alcohol or have caffeine. Like the other, like, you know, families, they drink, they go out, they, you know, but like the very strict fundamentalists, like, don't drink alcohol, don't,
Yeah.
you know, don't drink caffeine, you know.
You have to be in bed by this time.
You have to,
to
like,
be eaten by this time.
You have to
Like,
have like the split bang and like the
Yeah.
prairie hair. I'm surprised they don't have the prairie hair, to be honest with you.
No, you're absolutely right, though, John. You're right.
But yeah, there's no way that she.
Elizabeth is like, okay, I believe in my God. She's like a Baptist. Like, I believe in my God. This is.
Oh, look, they don't even drink tea. Yeah, because it's got
Oh, so
caffeine in
see?
it.
All right, so then they're like one of the hardcore ones. So that's probably
No, like,
why
but like
she's
all
also,
like the super, you know, super
I know.
fundamentalists, like, you know, it's strict. Like, you know, you can't.
No, and if so,
You're
then
only
what,
allowed
you're-
to smile like once every 3 weeks.
And that's only if like the leader is talking to you or something. Like, I mean, it's no. She's like,
You
I
don't
gotta
think she
go.
wants to dip in the lady pond? I don't know. I really I
don't
feel
think
like
so.
Kimberly's lost and she's just trying to find a family. I think she's on the outs with her family, or there's an issue with her family, and she's looking to run towards to be a part of like a family. And I could see that. Like, you know, I lost most of my family, so when you don't have any
I have a
family, you know. You look, and you're like, oh, that would be nice. But like, you know, that's a different family. Like, you know, when you're
I have the greatest idea.
what? Go ahead, Cody.
Pick me. I think that maybe the one from I even hate saying it, the kingdom.
Oh,
Maybe maybe Elizabeth should
Kimberly.
start talking. What?
Kimberly. Who's Elizabeth?
Oh, I thought her name was.
Oh my God.
Wait, so who's the one with the kingdom guy, the king and the?
That's
queen?
Emily.
So that's Emily, and then the other one is.
Emily is the new girl with the kingdom, and
So who's Elizabeth?
there is no Elizabeth.
Oh well, I just make up names too. And then what's the girl that came? You said Sarah Beth.
What are you talking
The
about?
one with the preacher guy or the
Colton?
guy guy. Yeah, what's the one that
That's
came in
Kimberly.
Okay, so Kimberly and Emily. I think they should actually go on like a little date. That's all I wanted to say.
Well,
You should have just left it at Elijah
Ye-
May.
you should just. Who's Elizabeth?
I heard you talking about Elizabeth.
I don't think I've ever said Elizabeth. Just
well,
saying.
then somebody said that name and it's been in my head. I don't know.
It's hard because there's so much. I feel bad like not knowing everyone's name, but it's
Oh,
so
I
much
was
to keep
thinking
up with.
Oh wait, no, that's not the right name either. I don't
You
even
just
know.
stop. Just
I have to
quit while you're ahead or behind. One or the other.
I don't even know the names, but I know the people.
No, we do. We watch it, and like I can't even keep up with the names, so I get like his confusion because it's a lot. And like there's like a revolving door of people that like they're dating or they're
course.
interested in
But then
or
also,
whatever.
When we're watching TV, like John has to do work.
He
on
is
his
thinking
phone,
90 Day.
too.
He's thinking about Libby and Andre.
And I was actually. That's who I had in my mind. But then when I was thinking about it, I'm like, oh fuck, no. So now I don't even know who it is. But I get up and I do shit, so I don't see like every single thing. But names and all that shit, I don't know who you are. Describe.
No,
them to me.
Dorit, don't give up. We know. Okay, so you have Colton and Tasha and Kimberly and shit. What's the other wife's name? The first one?
Emily,
No,
Laura Lee,
shut up.
Annie Mae.
Whatever, either one.
Push.
Then you have the King
Julie,
and Vanessa and Kayla,
Emily.
which was the one that took off, and Emily. Then you have Dimitri, Ashley, Chrissy, Taylor. Then Sidian, Flower Power, Alexandra, and who am I
And
missing?
Ruby Red Toes. And then like
Oh, Tammy. Oh my God, this is great. But But I think we covered everything, right? Yeah, I think we did. Alopecia. I'm thinking of nicknames. You have alopecia, flower power, hot topic.
That, see, I don't like that though.
No, I wouldn't nickname her alopecia because that's
Of
me.
course you wouldn't. That's just rude. That's
I know,
wrong.
but
We
maybe
got rules here, Mr. Rules.
we got rules here, Mr. Rules.
You are skating on thin ice.
Sidian's girlfriend is definitely flower power.
100%.
I think I'm gonna start calling Sidian nonconformist, who tries too hard, but that's a lot to say. Guys, make it spread. Make it spread like wildfire. Whatever her name is, it's flower power. But I think we've pretty much reviewed everything.
I wonder if they have anybody in their basement.
In whose basement?
You know exactly who I'm talking.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, probably.
So, guys, thank you for watching. Okay, so just upkeep.
Like True Blood.
I will be live in a little bit, like in an hour with Ari.
Oh, you definitely want to watch
So-
that. That's going to be a good one, too.
In like an hour and 10 minutes from now, I'm going to be live with Ari, and she's
so
going to
beautiful
be
to talk to.
giving us an update as to what's been going on since, she first talked about everything.
Yeah, the last live.
And then I also did a Q&A if people want to ask her questions within reason. Like, you can't be like,
Yeah, you can't be rude. Like, no.
So if you want to ask her a question, I have a link in my Instagram story, and I also put a link in the Seeking Sister Wives Facebook group.
Look at you being busy.
Right?
I know, and it's your day
Multitasking.
off, and you're still doing all that. See, people?
So
It never stops.
if you have any questions, you could put them in either place. I'll be checking you both. And yeah, I have to get ready,
Yeah,
and I have to try to eat something real quick in an hour before we do that. So thank you everybody for coming on. Thank you for the super chats. You don't have to give money, but you do, so I appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and
It's
hit
really
the link
good.
and hit like and whatever.
Please subscribe.
And thank you to my moderators who are always spot on. And I'm assuming I will see most of you in an hour. So I'll
Yep.
see you guys in a little bit.
Nothing but love.
Until then, bye everybody.